Now we're going to finish the show out with Tom and Dave from Armageddon Academy. They're going to walk you through the steps of choosing the right AR platform. Go ahead, fellas.
If you're one of the millions of Americans that just bought your first AR, or you're one of the millions that are shopping for an AR for the first time, it's easy to get overwhelmed with the variety of options available today. Website forums, TVs, and magazines are sometimes fairly advanced and may quickly get over a first-time buyer or user's head. And buying your first AR and using it is supposed to be a fun experience. And being intimidated by what to purchase and how to use it is not fun. So this season of Trigger Time TV, we're going to put together a series of practical, basic tips to help you choose and learn to use your first AR to its full capability. A question that I get asked very often is, what kind of AR should I buy? Well, the answer to that really depends on what you want to do with the AR. If you just want an AR for plinking on the weekends with your buddies, most any brand or setup you're probably going to be very happy with. If you want to join your local club and shoot some 3-gun, there's definitely some options that you need to consider. If you want to shoot some long-range precision with your AR, there's definitely some other options that you need to consider. To make your choice a little easier, we'll talk about some of these basic components that you should consider. The great thing about the AR platform is it's very, very versatile and modular. Most any component on this can be changed out based on what you're doing with the rifle, and as your needs with the rifle grow, you can make modifications and change it to keep it relevant to what you want to do. We'll start off and we'll talk about the barrel. The most common barrel you're going to find on an AR is a 16-inch chrome moly barrel. This is a great barrel. It's made to last many, many years and thousands of rounds. This is the same barrel that's going to be found on the military M4 rifles, and it's going to last forever. The 16-inch chrome moly barrel is really not designed for precision, so if you want to do precision rifle shooting or longer range, I suggest you get a competition or match grade barrel. The standard length for a good competition match grade barrel will be 20 inches, and there are many makers of those on the market, or you could buy a custom gun already set up for long range shooting with that 20-inch match grade barrel. We'll talk about the form a little bit. If you feel like you're the kind of guy that's going to want to accessorize your rifle with a lot of things like a pistol grip up front, maybe a flashlight for home defense, or lasers for night, you definitely want a handguard that incorporates the Picatinny rail for ease of mounting. If you just want to plink or shoot some 3-gun, a slick handguard that's going to be found on most ARs that you can find at any store would probably suit you just fine. One of the most important features of your AR is the trigger. The standard trigger that comes with an AR is going to be fine for plinking. It's going to be fine even to shoot some 3-gun. But if you really get serious about shooting some competition, and definitely if you want to shoot some long range, you really need a good aftermarket trigger. There's 2 basic kinds of aftermarket triggers that you should consider. The first is a single stage trigger. What this means is as soon as you start pulling the trigger, you're going to have a good, crisp, clean break of the trigger. A 2-stage trigger, which is more designed for precision rifle, long-range shooting, you're going to have a little slack that's going to take up as you begin to pull the trigger, giving you a heads up that the trigger is getting ready to break. That's what most shooters are going to use for precision or longer range shooting. The buttstock, most all buttstocks nowadays are adjustable. I definitely recommend that to allow you to set the rifle up to your body configuration. And if you want to get into some long-range shooting, you may want to look at a buttstock that has a few extra adjustment features as far as the length of the buttstock, some smaller adjustments, and maybe some adjustments for the cheek, so you got a better cheek to stock weld when you're laying there shooting. But keep in mind, these are just some of the basic things. There are many more options available that you could do with this rifle. If you take these basic things we just talked about, consider what you're going to do with the rifle. For the most part, I think you'll be able to make a good decision of what components you need for your rifle. But again, it's very, very versatile, very modular, and these things can be changed out easy. So keep in mind, owning and using your AR is supposed to be a fun experience, and learning the components to set it up to suit what you want to do is going to make it a much more enjoyable experience. So to kind of recap what we just talked about, if you want to shoot long range and precision, go with a longer 20-inch match grade barrel. You want Picatinny rail on your forearm so you can put your bipods on there. You want a good aftermarket 2-stage trigger and a buttstock that's going to give you some versatility for precision shooting, whether it's more adjustment on the buttstock and on the cheek weld. If you want to shoot 3-gun, think shorter barrel, think Picatinny rail for accessorizing again, a single-stage trigger, and the light buttstock but still adjustable. If you enjoy shooting as much as I do, and you enjoy your Second Amendment rights, I encourage you to join the NRA. For more information, go to TriggerTimeTV.com. And remember, this is supposed to be fun.
Trigger Time TV is brought to you by Raven Concealment System, Troy Industries, Troy Defense, Sword USA, US Optics, Mayflower Tactical, Arbros, Keltec, Dark Angel, Black Hills Ammunition, Yeti, Aimpoint, Wiley X, and Wilson Combat.
Trigger Time TV would like to dedicate this episode to all those beat cops that are out there working the beat and the families that watch after them and support them. Thanks, guys and gals. We appreciate it.